Hi everybody, it's Bill Black at Spirit River. I'd like to show you how to tie a Blue Wing Olive CDC mayfly dun. This is a mayfly that is predominant throughout the country. This is the adult version, meaning it's after it's hatched out of the river, it's flying around looking for a mate. Very susceptible when it lands on the water for fish, and a lot of times it'll do that as it lays its eggs. So the Blue Wing Olive is extremely popular fly. Let me show you how we tie that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a dry fly hook, get it in the vise. I'm going to go down and put a thread base on. You want a thread base on all your flies if you can, simply because keeps your materials from rolling around. We're going to do 5 bets tailing. It's basically a very fine nylon that comes to a point. Here's the one I'm going to be using, and mayflies usually have, I think, 2 or 3 of these on each side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go in here and clip that out. Now I'm going to measure this before I tie it in. On a lot of mayflies, they're about 1.5 times the length of the body. So I'm going to go, there's the length of the shank of the hook, so that's the body of the fly, and then I'm going to go forward and just add a little bit to it. Now I'm going to go up between my fingers and down, and I'm going to lock that material in. Okay, I'm going to take the opportunity now to clip that excess nylon 5 bets tails, and then as I play with it, I'm going to slowly separate that. I'm going to separate half the tail. I'm going to take my thread and go around, if I can get a hold of it. I'm going to bring my thread up in between. Now that's basically given me a really nice split tail. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of dubbing. It's a Blue Wing Olive, so the olive part of the fly is right now. I'm going to create my little dubbing noodle here. Mayflies have a very thin, trim body. Make sure that tail is sticking up properly. I'm going to go through, or bring it up in front here, so it's a nice tapered body, just like that. It's small on one end and gets fatter on the other. So now we're going to do a wing. What I like to do is use CDC puffs. They're a little bit unruly, but as with all CD, that's the case. And then what I do is I'll take a couple of these puffs that are very similar. I kind of match them up, and I match the tips, and then I slide them back and forth so I can see that the ends are matching. I'm going to lick my fingers a little bit and give it a little bit of twist. There we go. Again, on the wing of a mayfly, it sticks back to about the end of the body or the end of the hook. So I'm measuring it right now. I'm going to go in and tie it in. I lift up that excess material, clip it out. So now you've got the tail, the body, and an absolutely gorgeous wing. I'm going to take a regular package of Select CDC. Actually, I'm using this light dun color right now. And again, I'm going to take like feathers. I've got 3 of them here. Do I? Yep. I'm going to take these 3 feathers and I'm going to match them up. What I'm matching is actually the tips. Okay, I go ahead and strip that back, and I'll go in and clip that. Okay, when I let it go, I've created a little V with my CDC, and that little V is what I'm going to lay over the top. And tie that in. Turned out quite nice. If you can go back in here again and trim out the middle of those CDC feathers. And this is a size 12, so that's the reason I'm doing so much. I'm really stacking the CDC in here. You don't normally need to do that on your 14s and 16s. I'm using 3 CDC feathers. You could actually stack in 6 CDC feathers and do it all at once. I'm kind of making a career out of this. Now it's just a matter of putting on a little tiny fine dubbed head. And we're talking fine. I don't want it too big. So I go back towards the wing and hackle, and then I go right in front of the eye. I whip finish it, and I'll put a drop of glue right there, and you've got a little CDC mayfly. And you can do this in all sorts of different colors, like a pale morning dawn. You can do a trico. So I'll spin this around and you can kind of get a look at it. It's got these nice little legs that stick out like this on it. And it's also got the silhouette and profile of that beautiful little natural done wing. And it's got your split fork tail. So, killer pattern, easy to tie, shows you how to use CDC. This is Bill Black at Spirit River. Thank you for supporting our small family-owned company. Please look for our materials in Betterfly shops everywhere. I appreciate it. Thanks.